Hello everyone, Jeff here for Respawn Studios, back with another Layers of Fear achievement guide. This is for Immortalized in My Heart, which is to collect all 16 family mementos. They're scattered throughout the game. You see this guide is fairly lengthy, almost 11 minutes just for 16 collectibles, but some of them take a lot of explanation. The little book I was looking at there could be accessed anytime you're in the room with the portrait you're putting together. You can check out which you already have, which photographs or letters, which I think is what all of the mementos are. Now, this is the start of chapter 1 when you first leave the artist studio. You're going to open the door, come into this room, you look out the window. Once you see that, there's like an audio cue, I'm pretty sure. You turn back around, and now when you go out through the door you just came in, it's different. In the different hallway, on the right here in this bookcase, you're going to open it up, and there is our first memento, this photograph. Mementos, you'll know when you get them. When you pick them up, they'll then disappear. Okay, now in the basement, a little bit further along, when we turn the light on, we hear an audio cue and we see the painting go crazy. Now, before heading upstairs, which might be your natural instinct, you're going to come around behind the painting, and there's actually a letter on the table back here. I picked it up in my first playthrough, that's why it's not here, but trust me, it's right there. Okay, a little bit further along, there's this small hallway with a bunch of doors. What we're looking for is here, the one on the side up to the attic. See, there's a nice fire going under us, but there's going to be a picture right at my feet now. I was actually looking around trying to find something. But eventually we're going to find it. It's a photograph of the couple walking by some trees. There we go. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be the main character and the wife. It could be like older generation or something. All right, now we are in the room with the deer's head and the fireplace for a second time. When we exit, some boards are going to break off the ceiling and you fall down. After that, instead of going forward, actually turn back around. This room is different now. Things are broken. And there's going to be a note somewhere on the floor. One place is right here where I first look, in front of the fireplace. It's a little note with 3 numbers on it. You'll know it when you see it. I thought that was it for a bit. I'm not sure if that's another location or not. So I'm just actually looking around. I think that's one of the places up by the candle on this back dresser, but there, I made a little edit. It turns out it was actually right inside the room, over on the right. I turned the lamp on, it was right there. So it's 314. Now, what do we do with that? We come over to a safe. The numbers are in figures of 10. So I actually went to the right to make it 30, back to the left to make it 10, and then back to the right to make it 40, and then it opened. What we're going to get from there is a key. I'm not sure if every combination is the same. I haven't really tested that, but the same idea. You go to the figure of 10 for the number. Now with the key, instead of going to that door on the right, which continues the story, come to this room at the end of the hall, and now we have a key for it. You can come in here, and our memento is on the floor here, this note. Okay, further along now, this is a very scary and very key area. We're going to come in this small door there on the right. As you head toward this door, you hear a noise that the door behind you opened. If you tried to open that door on its own, it was locked, but as you move along, it opens on its own. Now you come in here, the door's closed, and we're going to be in here for a little while. There's actually 2 different mementos in this room. So let me turn on the lights. You're going to hear footsteps, the ghost wife figure walking around. I assume it's your wife. I'm not even exactly sure. It has to be, though, to me. Okay, one is right here in this drawer, a photograph, and the other is here next to the bed. You open up the drawer, and there's a note right there. I actually had it from a previous playthrough, but again, believe me, it's right there. So there are 2 mementos in this little room. Sorry, I didn't even know the clip was going on this long. I was putting all the clips together. Okay, further along now. We just did a part with a bunch of doors where we had to spin around a lot. And now, this is kind of strange. Your instinct is going to be to go immediately down this hallway. Don't. Go in the little door that appeared. When you open it, is the doll with the key. You need this key. Now we're going to go down. You look through this window and turn around, you're now in the room. So if you didn't get the key, you can't go back now. You're trapped in here. But now that we have the key, you can unlock this trunk, and here is our memento. Again, unfortunately, this is one I already had, but it's right there, sitting on top of the pile of papers. Okay, further along, we're in like a library office area. You come in here on the second floor. That door is locked, so we're going to need another key. That's why this video is kind of long. There's a lot of multi-part steps to get in some of these. All right, down here you might notice the ladder to get to higher parts. We're actually going to have to push that, so just come to the far side and push it across the room. It's going to stop right here. You can't push it any further, so you know it's in the right place. You come back around and move forward. It's going to go up the ladder. You grab this key, and we're going to very slowly, because apparently we cut off our own leg, it seems like. Let alone a finger, and took our own blood for the picture. But we're going to make our way back up the stairs here. Make the left-hand turn, unlock the door, and the memento is going to be inside on the desk. Here we go. Photograph with burned out eyes with the person laying with the kid. Nice. Okay, we are now further along in... You see a lot of crayons, a lot of crazy stuff going on. There is this four-way intersection. You come over to the left part of it, and in the second drawer is on the right side here is going to be a drawing that the kid made. Pick that up for the memento. Okay, further along, this is the start of chapter 4, chapter 5. You have to keep going around, and eventually you go in that little room, and the clock breaks. You can exit from any door from there, but then you have to come in this area. When you're in here, come in this door on the left. It might look like you can't go in, but just keep moving forward. You could push the chair out of the way and then walk over these books. And in this first drawer on the right is another letter, another memento. Okay, further along now, we're going to open a door, and we see the ghost. Walk up here, grab right by the candlelight this memento, and turn around. I think if you wait there, if you keep going, you're dead. So pick that up and get out of there. All right, this is further along now. This is after you've solved that little puzzle with the cat, rat, or dog. The place starts to collapse. You turn around, and the door is here. If you're going to go for a playthrough with all collectibles, there's actually a secret hallway here, which I explained in my rat drawings guide if you want to check that out. But normally, you're going to come into this room, and right on that table is another letter, our next memento. All right, this hallway, all of these doors start open, but then they close. Just keep opening them. Just keep going forward. And when we come through the door at the end of the hallway here, again, we're slow walker. In this room, over on the left here, before we get to the couch, is another coffee stain note. All right, now this is actually the very end of a oh, I'm sorry, never mind. This looks like it's the very beginning of another chapter, a four-part hallway. Oh yeah, sorry, duh. This is the final chapter, right when you start, chapter 6. There's a four-way hallway. Instead of going to the left, which will continue the story, come to the right. And the last column, come behind it, pull the switch, which will open this area, and you're going to have to enter another code. It's going to be 901, I think it is, or 906. But you don't have to worry about finding the solution. There it is. And we get this photograph, so another memento. We're almost done. All right, now you see it's very, very, very dark. It was the end of that part. Further along now, we are in one of the final hallways. There's this side room, duck into it, where kind of lots of black paint is. And on the floor here is going to be a letter. There we go. All right, and one final memento, and we have the achievement, I believe. There's a perfume bottle back here, but you already got it. Okay, the infamous Ouija board. This took me, well, I actually didn't figure it out. You can easily find the first 6 numbers here, but I wasn't sure because there's 10 slots. It seems like a phone number, so I was like, wait, it's more than 9. So first you enter those first 6 digits of your phone number, but then someone put in the comments of one of my other videos of a playthrough what the solution was. It's actually your phone number. In the earlier section when you're in your office and you have to dial the phone 3 different times, it's these sequences, 363, 853, and then 354. So that's your phone number. You enter those 9 digits and then go to yes. The Ouija board's going to freak out. It's also going to open the cabinet behind it, which will give us our final memento. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you found this guide useful, and I'll be back with more Layers of Fear guides soon.